Kick to the gut. I like it.
Hot off AEW Revolution. How you doing? Hey, what's up? It's Mister Young.
And it's forward in the building. CM Punk.
I see you repping the straight edge and everything like that. All right, chat, welcome. I see y'all are ready, excited to chat about AEW right now. Hello, Shadow. Hello, Edison. What's up, y'all? Hello, Rishi. What's going on?
Hello, guys. Thanks so much for waiting. We are so sorry we didn't start at 12 p.m. Blame Tony Khan.
For bad time management. Actually, you know what? I'm actually kind of okay with that. And not only that, I'm sure they meant to do it, you know? That's the thing with doing pay-per-views a lot less frequently than the WWE. They can actually go over once in a while and it's fine.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, it's technically, yes, 4 hours, but most of the pay-per-views, like in WWE, even the big ones, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, is at least 4 hours. Like 3 hours norms are for B-level pay-per-views nowadays.
Right. Dude, 3 hours is raw already.
Yeah, that's also, I think we are conditioned to like kind of expect it to go slightly longer. It's just that some of the time allocation for this event, like, do we really need a 6-man HFO semi-main event for 10 minutes?
I mean, we will get into it, and honestly, I do feel like 4 hours is a bit too much. I actually would love for it to just go back to 3 hours, and there was more than enough. Like, I mean, Revolution is not their WrestleMania. If it were, like, you know, which one is their WrestleMania? All Out, All In?
I believe All Out is their WrestleMania. But the thing is, they started, their first ever event was Double or Nothing. So in my mind, Double or Nothing was like...
Okay.
That's the thing. They need, like, a signature main show. That's why I'm proposing.
Yeah, so, I mean, if that one were 4 hours, I wouldn't mind. But this one was a little bit long. But that's just nitpicking. It was a lot of good stuff. Some not so great stuff, but we'll dive into it. Hey, I tell you what, though, thank you so much for hanging out once again. As always, if you're listening on the podcast, we always do this live stream on Mondays. We start at 12 Singapore time, but because AEW Revolution overran, actually, you know, they probably planned it, but yeah, it came to like 1 p.m. So yeah, we're starting a little bit late. But you can always join us on our YouTube if you haven't already followed us there. Do subscribe to us. Hit like on this video. Thank you very much. And of course, check out all our other social media. Also, before we do anything, we want to announce something very special on our Patreon page. Yes, we have a Patreon page, and we're always trying to think of new ways to add value to the Patreon. And we appreciate you know, you for tuning in, for hanging out. And if you want to take your support one step further, we have several tiers for our Patreon page.
Yes, for sure. And the thing is, right, the great thing about our Patreon is we always want to find a way to like reward our listeners who go the extra mile, who want to pledge their support, especially the day ones, right? So for those of you who actually pledge your patronship on the mid card, is it the mid card, $4.99? No. Let me take a look at it. $7. Sorry,
the undercard. Yeah.
Yes. So if you pledge from undercard onwards, you actually get an exclusive. Okay, I don't know where we have a drum roll, but drum roll, please. Kick to the gut is officially showing you guys a full commentary match from the latest Grapple Max show.
That's right.
Back in February.
So yes, the exclusive commentary with your boy, Mister Young and FRGN in the building. Of course, we do the match commentary for Grapple Max's main event, Smart Dave versus Hotshot Wilson. Go check it out. And you get that as part of the second tier, the undercard tier of your patronage. And, you know, it's just us trying to do more content, more to come as well once WWE 2K22 drops, which is tomorrow, by the way. I will be streaming that on my Twitch gaming channel. And
early stream,
That's right, 2 p.m. tomorrow. So go check me out there, Mister Young 98 on Twitch. In the meantime, of course, I want to say hello to Hales, Muhammad Daniel as well. What's up? I hope you guys caught AEW Revolution, and we're about to dive into it. Also, later on, we'll chat a bit about the big announcement made by one Tony Khan on AEW Dynamite. He kicked off the show with the mic in hand, and just like the mark that he is, nervously announced... Okay, I shouldn't be too hard on him, you know? Like, he's living out his dream. Like, if I got to stand in the middle of the ring at a WWE live event, I was so nervous. You know what I mean?
Bro, the thing is crazy, right? He didn't announce the big, huge reveal. He more like shouted it out.
Yeah, the whole promo was him just I was like, oh dear. Like, he's he's jacked up with adrenaline. You kind of have to give him some slack there. I'm just being a dick lah, trying to give him a hard time about it. But yeah, he yelled that Shane is not here. He's trying to do like an inside joke thing, like it just didn't come off great, honestly. But the news is the big thing. He's bought over Ring of Honor ROH.
I mean, obviously, it's huge news. Before that, WWE had all the tape libraries of all the existing companies, and then now you know how it's like when it's with publicly listed companies. They have a lot of paymasters, so they can give you really the full content, or at least censor it out.
Yeah,
but so it's great that at least.
We'll dive into the ramifications of this a little bit later on. But first, we have to talk about what just went down, as it's fresh in our minds, right? AEW Revolution. Okay. Some of you didn't watch it. Some of you did watch it. Some of you watched it while we were watching it. So let's jump right in. You actually, watched the pre-show, the buy-in. I did not. So that's some real dedication for you. How was the buy-in?
I mean, it's a group. It's like elevator music, bro. It's good to have it on the background while you start your day. Like you brush your teeth, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Like for those of you who didn't know anything about the show, I think it's great that they had all the hype packages all peppered in. I wouldn't say it's as very nice and polished as the WWE pre-shows. But more or less, it's just like a bunch of jobber matches spliced in between promos. Essentially, that's what it is.
Did you just call Hook a jobber? Foreign?
Bro, come on, bro. I'm clearly talking about Layla Hirsch and Chris Statlander, which was the first match that started off this entire pre-show. Didn't completely zone out during that match, but yeah, Layla Hirsch won. Yeah, so that happened.
At least, I mean, to be honest, like they have had a storyline. So yeah, like it's an undercut storyline. At least got something there. You know what I mean? Okay, a second match, Hook.
Yeah, that's true.
And QT Marshall. They have had a issue on Rampage for a while already.
Okay. So yeah, Hook has been bubbling under with this storyline with QT Marshall, and clearly he is a star. He got the first big pop of the night.
Yeah.
And QT Marshall, you know what? I give him credit. QT Marshall actually looks good. Like in terms of not just physically, he takes care of himself. That's one thing.
Sure.
But I think in terms of the basics, I can see why he's a coach. It's like Tensai or Albert, doing a match, or El Snow doing a match. Fundamentally, it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, he's just there to put over the young talent.
Yes. And the thing is, Hook, I think really, really impressed as well. I'm liking his style because his style is so unique compared to everyone else. I think he wrestles more like Ronda Rousey with all the judo throws, all the suplexes, as opposed to like the younger people nowadays who are just doing sport fest, right?
Young Bucks.
So yeah, it's a nice change of pace.
Sure.
So I always look forward to his matches, and bro, he's just getting more confident as the days go by.
Okay, let's take a look at the main event of the buy-in, and I know this group has you either love them or hate them. I mean, visually they look amazing, but I will be very honest with you. I take nothing from Malachi Black, Brody King Kong, and buddy friend.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Like, the House of Black, or the Knights of the Round Black, of the Soldiers of the Black, whatever the hell they are, the Castle of Black.
I don't know. Okay, clearly everyone's trying to compare them to like Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, blah blah blah, right? But I think the thing that makes Undertaker more compelling during his faction days is that he himself is a ball of charisma, and even though he rambles and does all his ominous dark shit, right? But it's still somehow compelling.
Yeah.
I think it's his own presence as a man and as a wrestler. But Malachi Black, I think he gets too deep into this until you're losing that connection with the fans.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that is what he's going for. We are too chim for you anyway. It's not for you to understand. If you understand, then you are smart. You know what I mean? That's the vibe they're going for. But to me, it's just gotten very, every time there's a promo by them, I'm like, eh. And then now Buddy Matthews is there. And Buddy just, he tried to dress in dark colors, but also doesn't fit. Because the other two are tattooed out the wahoo.
Yeah, then suddenly Buddy just debuted, and then now he blended into the background.
Right, exactly, right? There was no real standout moment for him. And then they fought. This is the other one. Death Triangle. This freaking Penta changed name, holding a shovel now. Their announcer guy, Alex, fucking Druid. What? what is going on here? And then Pac with the I don't know, like
They drag Alex Abrahantes down to hell with him lah. So suddenly now he's cosplaying.
uh
But the funny thing I didn't expect is Eric Redbeard. Like all of a sudden, one time random Eric Redbeard appear.
So is he all elite? Did he sign a contract or is it just a one-off tour, thing?
No official announcement, but he has appeared on AEW, right?
Yeah, after the whole Brody Lee thing, he came out as a tribute, right? So, but my question is, like, he showed up on Dynamite, like, made a splash. Oh, he's our secret partner. And then I'm looking at the spoilers. He lost. I mean, his team lost.
He took the pinfall.
Are you serious?
He came to take the pinfall. Essentially, I think he got triple team lah to end the match. So everyone spammed their finishes. But I give them credit. When Brody King and Eric Redbeard faced off, the crowd went wild for that. So they did look like a horse fight. So that was entertaining in itself. But like I said, Malachi Black is now reduced to a pre-show rivalry. Really?
Well, he got the rub from Cody. He should be doing better.
Quick question, bro. Has he had a pay-per-view match since he debuted? Because I can't seem to think off the top of my head.
No, I don't think so. Honestly, now I'm starting to see. Honestly, though, now I'm starting to see why WWE had nothing for him. Even now, he's getting the opportunity to do his thing, right? And, well, I don't see, apart from a very niche crowd, I don't see this as even a mid-card faction.
But were you one of his biggest fans in NXT, though?
I was. Because they kind of, I don't want to say they controlled him, but they didn't let him go 100%. Some people have really good ideas, and in a very niche way, it will appeal to a very niche crowd. So I think while he was in NXT, at least he had people to guide him so he wouldn't go too far, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a Vince Russo. Oh, everyone credits him for the Attitude Era, but let's not forget that Vince McMahon was there to sort of, okay, no, that's a good idea, let's work on that. All that other crap is rubbish. And then once you let him have full reign, all the rubbish come out.
Yeah. You know what's one thing that I just realized NXT didn't let Malachi Black or Alistair
Black. You combine Alistair and Malachi. Alistair.
I did. Didn't you realize in NXT, he didn't really cut a lot of promos.
No, he
just had the ominous presence, right?
Yeah. And maybe that works for him. Maybe he should be cutting promos on his Instagram account, on his Twitter, whatever, sure. But he just looks badass. Just come out, look badass, beat people up, and leave.
Yeah, and keep his promo short to the point and leave the air of mystery. But now, I think he's trying to create this mythology about himself.
This one we call Shuk Sindiri. All right. Yeah. That's what I feel lah.
Mister Young, I love how you know this Malay phrase.
It just seems a little bit self-indulgent to a point where it's not very entertaining, but he just keeps doing the same thing lah, and it's not, to me, it's not working.
Yeah, it is not lah, and I feel a bit sad for Buddy Matthews because he essentially just debuted and then now he's blending into the rest of the wrestlers.
He every time he gets a big debut or whatever, then within the next week he will move to the background, like how he was Seth Rollins' lackey, or he was Mysterio, the whole Mysterio thing, and then it kind of fades away. So I don't know what it is.
Maybe this is his level. He's always gonna be a great worker.
Yeah,
can have great all these undercut matches, but because I don't see his charisma as well, unfortunately.
Okay, well, let's get to the main show then. And I will say this though, just watching the entire pay-per-view, right? I miss WWE's production level. Before each match, there are packages. They had some cool packages, don't get me wrong, but it's just not at the level of a WWE video package.
Clearly they are taking a lot of inspiration from UFC because I think it feels more like a hype fight package, and WWE does more of a storytelling. So I guess it depends on your preference. I do enjoy a bit of their grittiness. It's not too polished, a bit messy, but I can't really understand the storylines if I didn't know for a casual point of view. Right.
Let's get to it. Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho, they kicked off. I think it made sense actually for them to kick off, just seeing the entire card unfold, right? And what did you think? Did you enjoy it? I enjoyed the hell out of this match.
I was surprised at how much the crowd was into the match and how invested I was into the match. And it's clearly because of Eddie Kingston, bro. Because the last couple of months, Jericho's matches has been blah. So,
No, I mean, Eddie Kingston is super over. And okay, like we have to give credit to Chris Jericho who pulled his end of the match here. Like it was a very physical, nothing too technical. Like, but it made sense for these two, especially at Chris Jericho's age. But he did pull off like lion salts and some of his trademark moves. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. And then at the end, of course, Eddie Kingston beat Chris Jericho quite clean, actually.
Yep.
Submitted him. That twist thing that I can't. What was it called? The
spinning back fist.
No. His submission move, the one that he caught.
Judas.
No, bro. The one that Eddie Kingston had. The one that Chris Jericho tapped to.
Oh yeah, it's a new submission which I have no idea what's the name of it.
Bro, I do that to warm up. Okay, I do this shit to warm up. This is not a goddamn submission. It looks so bad. I know you're not supposed to hurt your opponent. I get that, but there are some submission holds that look like it wouldn't hurt anybody. That one looked like he's just stretching. I do this stretch in yoga, bro. This is nothing, bro. What the fuck is this?
This is what he's just helping Jericho stretch lah.
Yeah, this is just
stretch.
A little spinal twist. There you go. Okay, then Shavasana. Everyone freaking this. I looked at that. I was like, this looks like shit.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
Because after the spinning back fist, I thought he was just gonna go for the pin.
Right.
And then he suddenly prop him out on his seat, and he's going for the elbow. I was thinking like, okay, maybe he's gonna do a Bryan Danielson elbow thing, right?
Yeah.
And then he started stretching it. I'm like, what's going on? Okay. And then it's not just that. The fact that he continued like wrenching it 1, 2, 3 times.
Oh, I cannot see. Okay, it's a little bit like the ankle lock in that, you know how ankle lock Kurt will just like it looks a bit bullshit.
Yeah. I'm trying to not think of the finish as the thing that dampens the whole match, because the match preceding it was great.
Yes. No, but the problem is everybody remembers the finish, the high point. And unfortunately, that high point was a bit of a wet fart. Like you said, he hit him with 2 very good looking spinning back fists. I feel like if he just went for the pin, it would have been awesome. The Rishi says Jericho tapped out because of a cramp. That's why Eddie was helping him out. Yeah, come, I help you. I give you massage. What the? No, that looked like shit. He should not use that as a finisher anymore.
Yeah. Somebody like Kingston should have like a very nasty looking submission.
Yeah.
You know, something very grimy, very dirty. I don't know whether eye gouge can be considered as a submission. Clearly, it's an illegal thing.
Yeah, bro. Don't even have do a thing where he catches the arm and he just punches his face. That should be his submission. Like he
beat him into submission. Huh?
Yeah, like why not, right? Like instead of a choke, right? Have him like wrap his arms out so he can't protect his face, and then beat him in his face.
Yeah, you're right. You know, somebody like Kingston, I think he can be a very effective using a sleeper hold as his finisher. Like it's just something that he would do. Something simple, you know.
Yeah. Something actually, honestly, along the lines of like, you know how Bryan Danielson does his hold up hand and then stomp the face.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, like because Kingston is a street fighter. He is a brawler, right? So I don't expect him to know how to, freaking put someone in a sleeper hold, something technical like that. So yeah, there you go. Or don't need a submission move lah. Why must end on submission? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised this match started the show, but I actually didn't mind it, and I thought it was a great decision when we realized who is the winner. So this is officially Eddie Kingston's first big win of his AEW career, right?
And then, of course, at the end, Chris Jericho refused to shake the hand, so I guess the storyline continues. There's going to be more from Eddie Kingston, Chris Jericho.
It seems like Jericho has essentially started his heel turn. If he's not a heel already, he's flipping off the crowd. So clearly there.
Well, I mean, I feel like along the way we're going to see maybe Jericho versus Santana and Ortiz next.
Again,
yeah, that sort of a thing. So, interesting way to start the show off. Oh, can I also quickly mention? Do you want to mention anything else about this match before I move on?
Just the fact that Jericho, I think it's the first time. I mean, it's his best match in months. He looked the best in a while.
Yep.
And Eddie Kingston is a star, so I hope he gets like a bigger, higher profile opportunity after this.
Do you, by saying Eddie Kingston is a star, right? Is he a superstar, a sports entertainer? Oh, did you hear that Chris Jericho tried to trademark sports entertainer?
Really?
Like, yeah, that could be his like new gimmick, like how he's the influencer. So I don't know if the trademark went through, but yeah, he is looking to be the sports entertainer. So you would think though that WWE would have that trademark, right?
Yeah, but maybe that's a great way to like differentiate him from the rest of the AEW talents. Like
Maybe.
embrace his WWE past, but make it a heelish thing to do.
Sure. The Nekos, what's up? Nekos says it ended on submission as Jericho is known for submissions, but Eddie is not. But I mean, Jericho is known for aerial moves. He's known for his spinning, Judas effect thing as well. So I wouldn't even say that.
Like, I wouldn't even pigeonhole Jericho as a submission guy.
No, just because he used to do the walls of Jericho, right? But like right now, in his current incarnation, he's more of a spinning elbow kind of guy. So anyway, the feud will continue. Okay, before we move on, I want to every single AEW pay-per-view, this is definitely a thing. I swear, this is their inside joke right now. Move of the night, bro. What is the move of the night?
Wow, wait, I can't think of it right now. Bro, give it to me, bro.
Okay, so like I said, like last pay-per-view and the pay-per-view before that, it seems like every time they do a pay-per-view, one certain move will show up on most of the matches.
Is it the Canadian Destroyer?
No,
bro?
only one person did the Canadian Destroyer or the Panama Sunrise. I'm amazed that you didn't notice this.
Chops?
Huh?
Is it chops?
Only one match featured chops, bro. I'm pretty sure this has to do with what's going on in the WWE. The move of AEW Revolution is the Tombstone Pile Driver.
Oh, okay. I had another move in mind, but it also involved landing on someone's head because a lot of people landed on their heads tonight.
Yes, but the Tombstone Pile Driver, I think 3 people did it, which is like, wait a minute, what? This
people you didn't expect, right?
Yeah, no, it must be a homage maybe or a knock at the fact that Undertaker is going into the Hall of Fame. But yeah, the fact that the Tombstone, not just any pile driver, no, the Tombstone, a very specific type of pile driver, was used by multiple people in multiple matches. I was like, yeah, this is a thing. I've said this from the start, right? Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. You have Jungle Boy doing all these flips. You have Luchasaurus doing all these flips. So it makes Jungle Boy look like ineffective.
Okay, I'm sorry, but he does a heavyweight stuff and then he still does flippy stuff.
Yeah, which I'm like, you just making the flippy guy look like shit. Imagine Kane versus Daniel Bryan and Kane and Daniel Bryan as a tag team, right? And Kane can do everything Daniel Bryan can do. So Daniel Bryan's useless, what? Because Kane has the strength, as does Luchasaurus. So the thing is, he was fine when he was doing these big chops, big man moves. Then he started doing standing moonsaults and planches and all that shit. I'm like, oh, okay, there you go. He has to get his bullshit in. And the finish as well, his spinning tail whip thing, completely phantom blow lah, bro. That one cannot lah. I don't know if but like it really takes you out of it when it's so obvious he doesn't make any contact whatsoever.
And the thing is, like, that is supposed to be his like his trademark move, right? It's like his big move to end the match.
Yeah.
Chokeslam is his way to go lah. Somebody that looks like him, do a power move. Don't try, like you said, don't try to be super athletic because you're just saturating the crowd.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone else is doing a flip move. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that being said, I do love the Jurassic Express's finisher, that tag team finisher, which is like they flip him into like a backdrop or whatever you call it lah. But yeah, I thought that was cool. But in a sense, it made sense why they retained. I didn't think they were gonna retain.
Oh, I 100% thought they were gonna retain.
Yeah, because I thought it was gonna be like a Redragon winning, and then it becomes like a tag team feud between them for the titles with Young Bucks.
Okay, look, as with every Young Bucks match, right, this was booked to death. Like, there was way too much nonsense happening. At the start, they were working together, which makes logically no sense. And then they were like, wait, we were supposed to win. No, like, okay, like, what kind of childish bullshit is this? You know what I mean? It's like, anyone with a brain can be like, they shouldn't work together. It makes no sense. It was not like they work together. Okay, let's get rid of the giant dinosaur first so that we stand a better chance. No, it's, it's just bad acting by shitty cosplayers. That's what that was. Unfortunately, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish had to be dragged into that. To me, Jungle Boy has lost a lot of his luster because he's been tagged with this useless giant dinosaur.
Yeah. Okay. Well, clearly we have differing views on how the match went. I personally enjoyed the match. Maybe it's because I'm just seasoned to Young Bucks. I don't have any expectation of them you know. So anything they do that is better than what I expect is considered a win lah.
Sure.
But yeah, it still kept the momentum of the show going when I was watching this match.
Well, I mean, that's why it was the second match of the night. If you know notice, like it's like they go on a cycle, right? So you had a more brawling match, then you had a indie garbage, a flippy shit match, then you have now the next one as we will move on, right? A ladder match. So we have your like items match or
weapons
match, right? Okay.
Yeah.
This one I enjoyed tremendously.
Yeah. I would say this reminded me of a WrestleMania Money in the Bank ladder match, you know.
I wouldn't be surprised if Christian Cage completely like called
Booked
it
this?
or booked this, you know, because he has the experience. The thing is, though, it felt like he wasn't even involved much.
Yeah, you're right. I think maybe, bro, a part of it is like, hey, bro, guys, I'm already 47 years old.
Yeah.
Let me relax.
Yeah. I just
Take
booked
the
this for
spot
you.
here
Yeah. What was really sad, he was the first one to come out for the ladder match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear the crowd?
Bro, it's not just him, bro. The entire night, the crowd wasn't not all the time, man. They weren't popping for all the right moves, man.
Are you serious? No, I heard them pop quite a fair bit for like Eddie Kingston, even Adam Cole. They popped, but yeah, they were dead for Christian Cage. And you know what? I'm not surprised. He hasn't been doing much.
He hasn't been relevant in the main event since what? Kenny Omega and All Out.
Yeah.
And ever since then, he's just at the back with Jurassic Express, right?
Yeah, it's very weird lah. But the most over person in this match was Wardlow by far.
Yeah, in the same match as with Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Wardlow's story clearly is the one that is being best highlighted.
I'm glad that Keith Lee didn't win. I feel like maybe he needs to get into better shape. So here he just did a few spots here and there and it was fine, right? But he had a match on Rampage and he was like, ooh, it was tough.
It was very much different from his first match. I don't know what happened in the ensuing weeks.
I think, you know what it is? I think he's bigger, you know. He had to overcome the whole COVID situation, so he's not in the NXT Keith Lee shape that we remember him as.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's still getting back into his groove lah.
Need to give him some time lah, basically.
Yeah. Speaking of that, on the contrary, Will Hobbs is looking more shredded than ever, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he took a while off, right? So he was probably just, hitting the gym, upping his cardio and all that kind of stuff.
They talk about his nutrition and getting him in. Yeah. So I think that was great. It almost looks like Wardlow and Will Hobbs, right? It's like Batista and Bobby Lashley together.
That's true. I'm so happy they brought out Taz for a bit. Like Taz needs to be one of the main announcers. I'm sorry, like get rid of Tony. Get rid of Excalibur, but Taz needs to be there. Like he is the best announcer they have in my books right now.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about the match, and I think the commentary, right, is JR can't give that same amount of energy and passion that he used to.
Yeah.
Clearly, because he's older, right? So he should transition into like a Gordon Solly, like a quieter, like just give his thoughts here and there.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to make it happening and exciting. Because he can't do it anymore, clearly.
Yeah. I know Excalibur is the one who brings the energy. He's supposed to be that guy now, but there's just something about him that is like, cannot lah. You know, he doesn't have the charisma of a JR. He's still trying to like, show off his wrestling knowledge by calling everything by their Japanese name or whatever fuck. And then, JR will be like, so what's the difference between a Liger bomb and a power bomb? He will actually, like, it's almost like he's calling him out. He's calling him out live on the air. Like, he's like kind of hinting, people know the difference, man.
Tony Schiavone is not even trying to be a wrestling announcer. He's just reacting like a normal fan. Like, I hate this guy. I hate him.
Bro, when he starts calling MJF an asshole, I'm like, okay. I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to make MJF such a heel that even the announcers can't help but call him asshole, right? But it gets a bit much sometimes when just for no reason. This asshole! Like, what? Hey, relax lah, bro.
One problem with the AEW commentary is they do not have a heel commentator vouching for the bad guys.
Yeah. Or at least somebody who will try to be a little bit more like, naughty lah. Like, like Corey Graves, for example, around the WWE side of things. He tries to go heel, but when the act is so dastardly, he will even be like, oh, well, that's too much, you know? So he's kind of like, he's a heel commentator, but not like a Bobby Heenan, like over the top heel. Because like Bobby Heenan would always side with the bad guys no matter what.
Yeah. But I remember one clear time when the NWO formed for the first time and Hulk Hogan turned heel.
Yeah.
Even Bobby Heenan was like, I knew it. That sort of, you can never trust Hogan. Like, even though he was being a bad guy, but he still also shit on that particular thing that happened, and that make the turn even more shocking.
Yes, exactly. No, that's the whole point. Hey, Tovakin, what's up, man? That's right, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Okay, we are talking about the ladder match right now. Wardlow, he the right person to win?
Yes, for sure, completely, and especially they kind of gave it away.
Okay.
On this week's Dynamite. Remember the backstage segment they had where Wardlow, I think, was slapped by MJF?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because when he said like, hey, if you win, you'll get a shot at the TNT title. I give it to you. You don't have to win it for me.
Yeah.
And then he said, not like you win anyway.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they are obviously, we'll see it later on in the night as well. They're finally ready to do the turn, huh?
About damn time, man. Wardlow is a star, bro. Like, he's so confident in himself right now. His moves look good. He looks good. He is like Batista in 2005. Ready.
Right. There you go. People are agreeing that they should swap JR with Taz. Rishi says Keith Lee looks like he's wrestling in slow-mo now. Irvin says people forgot Tony Schiavone won worst announcer in 1999 and 2000.
Well, yeah, the thing is, he was never a wrestling fan. Like, he was a sports guy.
Okay. But still, like, you would think, because he spent all that time in WCW, he would at least have, transitioned. I mean, Michael Cole was a news reporter, a proper reporter, so that's not an excuse.
Maybe he should just be more like a Gene Okerlund, where he's just interacting with the wrestlers as a backstage announcer. Yeah. I think he's good at that.
Yeah, but bro, then what about the other guy? Alex Marvez.
Fuck him lah. Don't even put it on TV at all, bro.
Poor thing. Okay, let's move on then. I think Wardlow deserves the win here. Definitely, they can see like he is the next guy lah.
Yeah. And I'm very excited. And of course, like you said, the match in itself, like I think it was well booked. Not too many crazy spots.
Yeah.
Just enough like big moments here and there peppered throughout, but the rest is more storytelling. And everyone there looked good in the match. Ricky Starks, Will Hobbs, even Christian holding it down together. You notice Ricky and Hobbs never really came to blows. There was no like moment where they would fight each other, except for the one where they were climbing the ladder. They were like, okay, let's see who can race up. But beyond that, each other before they did that. Beyond that, there was no dissension between the two, which was refreshing, honestly. It was really cool. It didn't even like team up to fight other people as well. They were still every man for himself. Yeah. But in the back of their mind, like, okay, we'll back you up. But then when it's time between the both of us, you're gonna try to go for it. It's smart. It's smart. It doesn't make us audience feel like a dumb person for assuming this will happen. Okay, now let's talk about Jade Cargill and Tay Conti. Let's move on because that was not interesting at all. Look, these two toilet break lah. I'm sorry to say that about the two of them. I'm sure they tried their best, but the only thing that really stood out for me in this one was Jade looking amazing in the Jade cosplay, the Mortal Kombat Jade. Yeah, that was such a great callback, especially as an MK fan, right? I was the only thing that I remembered from this entire match was them making out at the beginning. What the hell was that? HLA, bro. No, Jake grabs Tay Conti, kisses her, whatever, and then she's like, but what was the point? Like mind games, and it felt like I don't know, but I got the feeling that Jade was the face in this one. It's time for the main event. CM Punk versus MJF dog collar match. As we expected, this was going to be a bloody affair. Yeah. Wait, got to show off the shirt. Sure. The thing about CM Punk, I think everyone's just ready for this match. I think everyone was ready, not just for the match, but for MJF to get his comeuppance. I mean, they didn't do anything too crazy in this match. Everything just looked real, looked brutal. I mean, we've talked about this a million times. We don't need you to do 10,000 flips. Just make it look like a fight. That's what pro wrestling is. It is the performance of a fight.
And if you're just standing around waiting for people, and this is, again, I'm going to go back to the Young Bucks and Jurassic Express. Like, there was a lot of, I wait for you to jump on me, you wait for me to catch, Cirque du Soleil shit, right? This is why I enjoy pro wrestling.
Even though I was a fan of the band back in the day, AFI. So that was like, oh, okay, I recognize the voice. I recognize the singing voice. I was like, but I have never heard of this song.
Right.
But then when he came out and all the Ring of Honor references started coming in, it makes sense because Tony Khan just bought Ring of Honor. So it will make sense to them to do a ROH tribute. So it's insider enough that like the really hardcore fans will appreciate it, but it's not the type that it will take away from the rest of the wrestling audience.
Right.
So this is why I said he's so smart in throwing subtle things that still makes people feel inclusive.
That's right. The thumbtack spot was a bit. I didn't think it needed to be there. Honestly, I thought the match was brutal enough. Yeah. Go ahead.
What's funny was none of them kena the back of their with the thumbtacks filled with like they didn't fill the back of their thumbtacks properly.
Yeah, because there was that superplex spot, right, where CM Punk, instead of back first onto the tags, he went ass first into the tags. So
yeah, that's one. And then another thing is even when MJF like took a back bump after he kena punch, he didn't even fall exactly on the main bed of tags.
Yeah, it was a bit weird lah. And also I found there's this one funny thing because MJF whipped CM Punk's back with the chain, right? You could see the marks on CM Punk's back. They look like the chain marks, correct?
Yeah.
But whenever CM Punk would do it to MJF, MJF took it very funny. Like he didn't just take it, he bent his back, he did this. Every time the chain would come down, he did that. I was like, I think also the production truck realized this, so they started cutting. And whenever the strike would happen, so it wouldn't look so obvious that he wasn't taking the shots. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, and this is very nitpicky lah, but it looks damn cocks, yeah. Like he's doing yoga, and he's doing cat pose, cow pose, cat pose, cow pose. I'm like, what the?
Is MJF like a bit of a pussy? He can't take the back straight away to his back.
I don't want to say that because it's like whatever you do, it's still gonna hurt. You're taking a chain to the but CM Punk took it, so why this MJF should suck it up and take it also, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, that old man taking more punishment than you and he's away 7 years. Come on, bro.
Yeah, so
take it like a man.
I kind of laughed at that. I was like, what are you doing, bro? It's like, or maybe he's talking on the ground like
MJF talking. Oh my god. Okay, what I love about this match also, right, was how well CM Punk used the dog collar chain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know one of the early spots? What he did was he kind of like do like a lever thing.
Yeah. He tied it around the ring post
system with the chain by the ring post.
Yes.
It's really well done.
I think he's been in quite a few dog collar matches. Is it?
Only two. The last time he had was with Raven, which I thought it was one of the best ROH matches ever. But
okay. Well, at least I guess he has the experience in it, lah. So, to me, this was the match of the night, hands down. If
Clearly.
not, for the payoff, it's like a double payoff. You have CM Punk beating MJF finally, and you have Wardlow who comes out at the end. I can't find the diamond. That was damn funny. I was like, you know where this is going. And this is one of those instances where you're watching it and you go, I know exactly where this is going, but I'm loving it.
That was so well done, man. Like when after he couldn't find it, then MJF kena, right? Then he's like, oh, now I remember.
Yeah. And then presents it, but then MJF is not there to take it. So CM Punk takes it, boom, big win. I will say this though, on the thread of predictability, right? I'm starting to I'm okay. Like going back, I know, I apologize. I'm going back to that Young Bucks match, and to a certain extent, I'm going forward to Adam Cole Hangman Page as well. Like these guys have like a very similar style of match in that the ending gets very predictable. Now, it's like WrestleMania. Everyone kicks out of everyone's finisher. Everyone kicked out of a belt shot or a chair shot to the head. It's like to quote unquote build the tension, right? Or to make them look bigger than I don't know. It to me is like, what do you have to do to put somebody down nowadays? It gets too much. You know what I'm saying? So the finishes don't mean anything anymore. So it becomes very predictable when it's like, okay, big move, but I know that nothing's gonna happen. Oh, big move, you know what I mean? It needs to be like multiple big moves at once. Then you can see the sequence and the end already. So to me, that's like predictability, but that's not great. In this case, it was like predictability, but it's like, yes, the payoff. It's a payoff predictability. I loved it.
Yeah. WrestleMania ruined it because they started doing the spam finishes.
Oh, then NXT took it another step further and they started doing spam finishes as well.
Yeah. So why I've been enjoying a lot of CM Punk's matches, Bryan Danielson matches is they don't end with the same thing every single time.
Yep. They have like multiple like ways to get rid of their opponents, which is great. All right, let's move on then to the next match. And once again, I feel bad for the women. Like they had to follow very wild, crazy matches.
Do you think the women got shafted in this match, or they just weren't?
Whoa! The women got what now,
bro? That was not intentional, but I see what you said.
Okay, Britt Baker DMD with Rebel and Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa. I mean, just going into this match, their feud to me has been just kind of meh. You know, yeah, they had one very bloody match on Dynamite at one time. Great. To be honest, I kind of like stopped paying attention already during this match because CM Punk MJF was just like up there with adrenaline, with the storyline. The energy level just went adrenaline dumb, as it were.
You can tell the fans were like burnt out. They needed a break.
Yeah.
So I thought it was gonna be the AFHO match.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I gotta say, bro, the new women's title looks amazing.
Yes, there's a new. Did you hear Oh my god! So okay, the new women's title was debuted, right?
Yeah.
Then after that, when Hangman Page came out, JR was like, "Is there a new title also?" Then Shivani was like, "No." Then he was like, "Oh, maybe he shined it up real nice." I was like, what the fuck,
that's
bro?
That's a nice cover up, though. Nice cover
He shined it. I was half hoping he would say, "Shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways and shove it up his candy ass." But no.
Oh, that was so funny.
Irvin has a very good point, and I agree with it 100%. Thunder Rosa, no character development. It's very hard to care about Thunder Rosa. Like, also, Britt Baker right now is just riding her popularity, and there hasn't been much development with her as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no one challenging her in a formidable way. Like even Thunder Rosa also, she got her loss, but like I don't want to see the what do you call it, the rubber match between the two of them because Thunder Rosa hasn't caught my attention or made me feel like I want to see that. Ruby Soho was the last one, but it was just one match. Then after that, she completely lost her momentum.
Ruby who? She's not even in the TBS title picture, let alone the women's championship title, you know?
Yeah, so I keep saying like the AEW needs more female talents who are actually over.
Well, okay. To be fair, I feel like they need more consistently there women. Like Shida, another one, just came back, disappeared for a while. Yeah, everyone needs to take a break. Yeah, but I don't know. It just feels weird. Yeah, their women's division seems a little bit like a revolving door. Like Ruby Soho shows up for a bit and then has a bit of momentum, then disappears. Like what is going on? I don't know if it's their personal thing, they're giving them breaks, or best booker of 2022 things where he's like, I want to give everybody a bit of a chance sometime.
Remember there was a thing where like Jamie Hayter was like teasing dissension as well?
Yeah, and then forgot about it. Is this a Wardlow thing again? Where, you know, they tease Wardlow's dissension, then after they don't have. Then after a while, then they bring it back up again. I don't know what is going on with that. So, the match itself, it was fine. These two obviously have worked together before, so they know what they're doing. But in terms of just everything from the fact that it preceded the CM Punk MJF match, it had everything going against it. So,
you know what it needs, bro? You know what the women's division needs?
What?
I think it's time for Tony Khan to open the forbidden door. Because clearly Britt Baker needs new challenges. I think the better challenges will come from different promotions.
Like what? Women of Wrestling?
Women of Wrestling, a one-time storyline between Mickie James, knockout champion.
Bro, Stardom, bro. Where are my Joshi fans?
No.
Where are my Joshi fans going to jump up and down right now? Oh my god, Stardom, yeah. Tovakin says, where is Julia Hart? She's still fixing her eye. I don't know what the hell. She's with the other two fellas, Brian Pillman Jr., who also doesn't show up anymore. And Dark and Elevation don't count.
Yes, they do not count. Nobody watch. I mean, people watch them now. But can you imagine somebody like Mickey James going toe-to-toe promo-wise in the ring with Britt Baker?
Yeah.
Like, they need people who can talk in that way, you know?
Okay, honestly, I think that Britt Baker at this point is a better promo than Mickey James. I don't think Mickey James was ever known for her promo skills, honestly. Like, she was a great worker, but not known for promo skills.
More for just being this, like, badass, like, I can do my own shit, Miss Independent. Yeah, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Clearly there's no more challenges in the roster.
So, okay, what, she's just going to go on a train of, I've cleared out the entire division now?
Yeah. Can you think of anyone feasibly that can challenge her right now?
Paige Van Zandt.
I mean, if she can cut a promo as well as she can fight and she can wrestle as well, then why not?
She has Dan Lambert to cut her promos. She just has to look hot as F and just go in there and destroy people. And I honestly hope that she goes and challenges for the TBS title first, actually. Just give her, let her work her way up.
But I think they're riding quite high on Jade Cargill. She's 29-0, undefeated. That's true.
Well, I mean, then you can do the whole screw her out of the title lah. Which means, like I said, Jade needs to turn face. And judging by that match against Ty Conti, I think she can pull off a face run. She just needs to get rid of that Mark Sterling dude. Actually, to be honest, he does nothing for me with her. She can promo already. Why does she need him?
Yeah. The problem with the women's division is two of their champions are super over and can't afford to lose.
Yeah. And there's nobody else who's at the level to challenge them. So you have this weird situation where it's like, okay, you have two strong champions but no contenders. Irvin says Abaddon.
Abaddon,
let's go.
For so fucking long.
Next is Professor. After she's done with the Sheeta feud, actually the Professor has been building a lot of momentum. But like
Serena
I said, she's been beating a bunch of jobbers. This is a very mid-card gimmick. So I don't know how many if this will have legs.
She needs to level up a bit more, but I know Serena definitely can go toe-to-toe in terms of the promo-wise, in the ring with any of the champions. So only a matter of time.
Yeah, Serena Deeb and Sheeta, they can do their thing. Hopefully through their feud, they elevate each other so that then they will be in contention for the TBS title. All right, let's move on. Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. And okay, you talked about CM Punk, MJF, and then now you talk about Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson. This was the other bloody match. I'm surprised they put it so close together, actually.
The other so-called... Yeah. And also, I thought they were going to go down the wrestling clinic route. Focus purely on the pure wrestling.
No, it's Jon Moxley. Come on.
Yeah. But the fans were asking for the fans was like, we want violence. So so both of them got bloody. Both of them had a match. It was a weird ending. I didn't expect that ending. Did you?
Obviously, I didn't expect it, but it's a good swerve, And obviously, the whole point was to, have that the guy who's a brawler out wrestled the wrestler. You see that story there, right? And then, they're going at it. They won't kiss and make up. William Regal shows up. Holy shit. And obviously the respect is there. And then, the way he slapped them both. And people are like, whoa, is he going to bring them together?
Imagine, right, if it was William Regal announcing the ROH thing instead of Tony Khan.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be super cool. And it would be like an NXT moment again.
Yeah.
But no, Tony Khan had to, go in and mark out and shit like that. This obviously opens up a lot of questions. Is he going to be like the manager, or are they going to form a faction? Like, the very first thought in my mind was, oh my God, imagine this faction. William Regal, Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson. And then they recruit younger talent to build them up as well.
They can create their own promotion already, bro. No need to do faction, bro. Just create their own in-house brand.
Yeah. Like the new NWO. They could be the new NWO, but with actual workers.
Yeah. Okay, how crazy is, right, that they talk about their history between William Regal and Bryan Danielson. I don't know what exactly is Jon Moxley's history, but it kind of fits.
Yep. William Regal was like a mentor, especially to both of them. So that technically, I mean, that ties everything together. And, kudos to Excalibur for being the one to bring that up, because not everyone might know what the connection is, especially with Jon Moxley and William Regal.
when Regal slapped Moxley and Moxley just his head hung low, it's like, hey, like my teacher scolding me like that. It's the same reaction. He just kept quiet.
Yeah, like, it's like your father coming in to slap the both of them. Like, hey, wake up your idea. You should be working together and dominating. You know. So it was perfect. Like it was done perfectly. It didn't take away from anybody else, and I loved it. And you know what? Honestly, after that, I think I don't know if I put it on the Discord or I messaged you about it. No, I put it on Discord. I was like, the pay-per-view should end there. It would have been perfect. But no, we have to go and talk about AHFO versus Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Sting. Like, okay, look. That match itself was a crazy spot fest, bump fest match. And the fact that Sting jumped off the balcony onto Butcher or Blade, one of the fellas,
Yeah.
There were a lot of crazy spots. I would have, you know what? I would have had that match replaced like Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, Young Bucks.
Should have been the opening matches lah.
Yeah, no, as in just remove the entire tag team match, because honestly, that was the worst match of this entire card. Right?
Even worse than the women's matches.
Okay, scratch that. Get rid of Jade Cargill, Tay Conti.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what?
This was a good spot fest. Sorry, this was a good spot fest, but just the match placement was weird.
It's a toilet break match. They knew that people needed to like calm down after the Jon Moxley, Bryan Danielson, and William Regal, thing. So this was The problem is, like, the come down match in WWE is like, okay, you can just miss.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
This one, they tried to like overcompensate. Oh, we know this is the come down match, so we'll pull out all the freaking stops so nobody can go to the toilet.
That's the problem. Like, I felt like they kind of missed the boat in terms of like letting the audience rest before the main event. By giving this crazy ass match. Imagine if this match was the start. Like, honestly, I didn't mind if this match opened the show even.
Yep. Oh, it would have been a hot open. So yeah,
it would have set the tone for the event. Yeah.
Exactly. So with that said, there were quite a few botches in this match, and Matt just, oh my gosh. So okay, at the end it was supposed to be a coffin drop, right? And Matt, as I was watching, I'm like, he seems a little bit too far away. Like, he kept wiggling his way further and further away from Darby Allin. I was like, so are they going to set up a spot where Darby Allin does the coffin drop but misses? But no. So he barely grazes Matt, and then that leads to the pin. So that leads me to think Matt really miscalculated his placement.
How could he have done that? It's so obvious. You just need to take a few steps forward, right?
Yeah, no, he shouldn't have wiggled so far away. Like, he was literally wiggling like right to the center of the ring. I'm like, bro, you're too far away for Darby Allin's, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, bro, I respect you that you're focusing on the match.
Yeah.
Because by mind you now, I only remember two things from the match.
Sting.
It's the Spanish fly through the table from the outside, which is such an ECW thing to do.
Yeah.
And of course, Sting having a death wish at 62 years old. For some reason, I think, bro, Darby Allin is a bad influence on him.
What a crazy spot.
Respect him, lah. I mean, we all here love Sting. The fact that he kept himself relevant being in AEW, we are happy for him. But it's just a match that would have made a great Dynamite main event.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? But like, there's so many other great things on the show. He didn't need all this.
No. Okay, then we go to the main event, which honestly, like we've mentioned before, it didn't feel like a main event.
It didn't feel like a main event.
Yeah, just looking at Adam Page and Adam Cole in the ring, immediately I was like, okay, like they must be putting Adam Page over. Like, Adam Cole is just one of the guys he's going to defeat so that he can quote-unquote solidify his championship reign. And then they did the whole back and forth bullshit with everybody coming down, and this pissed me off. The Dark Order is not a main event stable. Why are they interfering? And it makes Adam Page look like a punk, like a jobber.
The worst thing about this match was that they didn't give us a good bill for the match.
No.
Then suddenly they think they can give us one-time NXT takeover main event, 35 minutes match to bring the crowd back. But like, you're already giving the expectations so low, bro.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and there were so many good high-profile matches before that already. So it's like everything was working against them, right? The crowd was already exhausted. We were exhausted watching it. They went in there and they tried, you got to give it to them. But then they did the whole like multiple big finishes. Oh, he kicked out of the title belt shot. It gets old especially after the Young Bucks abused the shit out of it already. And that's another reason why I think that match shouldn't have happened, the Jurassic Express Red Dragon Young Bucks match, because it takes away from what Adam Page and Adam Cole will do. Because we've already seen this.
They were taking so many of the finishers and like spamming super kicks.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of the things that the Young Bucks were doing. Essentially, you're right.
Yeah. So I think maybe it wouldn't have been that bad if the Young Bucks match, okay, the Red Dragon Young Bucks Jurassic Express match didn't happen. And that's the thing, right? And the same thing, this is the same criticism I have for CM Punk, MJF, John Moxley, Bryan Danielson. They were too similar in that it was going to be a bloody affair. They should have spread those out a little bit more, talking about placement on the card. But yeah, the back and forth trading of finishers was a bit much. And then, okay, Red Dragon coming out, I get. It is Adam Cole's entire persona, like his friends, right? They're heels, they have to cheat. The Dark Order coming out was just no. Like, I get, they are there to even the odds. No, you want to put over Adam Page, right? Have him win against all odds. He by bringing the Dark Order out, he's actually the quote unquote, he's cheating because he has more people. So now he's no longer in jeopardy.
It's not evening out the odds, bro. It was a gang beating up two poor men in Red Dragon. There's 10 of these Dark Order people, bro.
Yeah, and again, it's like you have Rock versus Austin, and then all of a sudden, freaking the Job Squad come out to help the Rock. That makes no sense whatsoever. Look,
that's so true. Bro, that's a very accurate description of the whole situation.
Look,
bro.
I get that they had a history, but I really wish that they would just let Adam Page be that lone wolf. He's a cowboy. He's a lone cowboy. Give him a Clint Eastwood-esque sort of a vibe. No, he doesn't need friends. He doesn't need the Dark Order, a bunch of jobbers to come out and help him fight.
You know, when I was watching NXT takeovers, right, there was always like 2 or 3 like crazy ass badass matches, right? Yeah. But it never felt overkill. It never felt like, okay, if for example, AOP versus Undisputed Era, it was a banger opening match. That doesn't mean it will take away from Malachi Black versus Adam Cole. Right? They can have crazy matches throughout the show, but I don't know why in AEW Revolution, like the matches make it feel like it's repetitive.
Yeah, because there's like I said, there's a lot of copy paste happening. Same styles of matches. That's why just putting a bow on it. Like I said, like the Adam Page Adam Cole match wasn't a bad match by any standards. It's just overdone. A lot of it was so overdone by the end of the night. You're like, okay, I've seen this 1,000 times. I've seen a million tombstone pile drivers. And then the worst part, to me, the most egregious part is having the Dark Order come out. Like, I can take everything else before that, but the Dark Order helping Adam Page win was detrimental to Adam Page's image as a world champion.
Did you hear something on the crowd, from the crowd's reaction when Hangman started tying up Adam Cole with the belt?
They booed him.
They started booing him, and that shouldn't be the reaction you giving your babyface champion.
Also, why are you letting your babyface do heel actions? I don't understand it.
It would make sense if Adam Cole tried to recreate what they did on Wednesday, where they tied him out with a duct tape, right?
Yeah.
And a second time, they tried to do it in this match, but then Hangman outsmarts him. Then that would be a babyface thing to do. But for him to give back the revenge, right? And the crowd would, like, it made me like, oh shit, this was the wrong move, man.
Yeah.
Now nobody wants Hangman Page to win. They want Adam Cole to escape.
Yeah, so it was just bad booking. This match was overbooked. There was too much nonsense, shenanigans going on. Neck brings out a very good point. There was interference during the Britt Baker Thunder Rosa match as well. And the entire, it's copy-paste, right? Too much shenanigans. You use the shenanigans once in a while, then it makes the heel go over. They get more heat. If you do it all the time, it's like, you know what to expect. Oh, also, you know what? The previous match, Butcher and the Blade, his entire family come out. Also, so you know what I mean?
Every single match had some sort of like jobber interference. 35 minutes for the main event. I still can't get over it because I don't think they needed it.
No, it's... once again, like, you hate to be like, oh, some people don't need to be on the show, but I think AEW has that problem where Tony Khan is just saying yes to everybody. Okay, Dark Order, you go out. AHF, A, B, C, D, E, F, G all go out. Like, what the hell? No. Some people just stay on dark, stay on elevation. Let, these things be a little bit more unique.
Bro, you know what AEW needs right now?
What?
Post Double or Nothing. AEW releases talents, over 100 talents. They have their own spring cleaning, bro.
No, bro, you know what's going to happen? And this will segue right into our next topic. That's a Revolution, by the way. I would give it an 8 upon 10.
Okay.
If they cut out a few matches, I would even give it a 9 or a 10. If they cut out Jurassic Express, Young Bucks, they cut out Jade and Ty Conti, I would give it 10 upon 10. I would.
Will you say it's the best pay-per-view this year?
So far, yes. And I mean, this is AEW saying, all right, we are going all out with the pro wrestling. It's very obvious that the two products, WWE and AEW, are very different. WWE, because they have and we've talked about this before, because they have the network, because they have Peacock, right? They just need to pump out content already. They don't care about making each pay-per-view super special like AEW does, because they still sell it as a pay-per-view. So when I paid my $30 on Fight TV, I didn't feel ripped off. Some of the early AEW pay-per-views, I was like, I don't want to buy, waste money, Like, there wasn't something on the card that really gave me quote-unquote value. This one, 100% value. So I didn't feel bad that I paid $30 just to watch it.
Yeah, like, this felt like, when you pay $50 to watch like World Cup or something like that. You needed to experience it live. Like, I wouldn't have enjoyed AEW Revolution if it wasn't live, and I kind of know the results. Experiencing it live, especially the dog collar match, I was like, man, fuck, I didn't know who's gonna win. That was amazing in my mind. So for all the bad that was in the show, the good really outweighed it.
Oh yeah, it outweighed it tremendously. Like I said, I personally give it an 8 upon 10. What about yourself? What's your number grade? If you had to give it a number grade,
you know what? 8 upon 10 is fair.
Yeah.
Maybe I would drop it a bit lower, but the reason why I would drop it like maybe 7.5.
Really? Okay, I'm surprised that I'm giving a higher rating than you.
Yeah. No, for me the reason why is just the way everything was lined up together. Like, I think the match. Like, the match placement, I think, affected my enjoyment of the show.
Okay.
A lot. And also one thing I must say, okay, this is a positive that I want to commend AEW. You can tell, bro, they are transitioning their presentation towards more proper pro wrestling.
Yeah. So because of the influence of a CM Punk, of a Daniel Bryan. Yeah. To that point too, it's very obvious right now, the two products, right? This one over here, AEW, pro wrestling, the stuff we enjoyed from the 90s, a lot of the Attitude Era, stuff, right? Style. Whereas on the WWE side of things, it's just business as usual. We just keep churning out content. If it hits, if it hits. If it doesn't hit, so what? We already sold the TV rights. It's not like, they can back out or anything, and you already subscribed to it. You enjoy all the, so there's a very distinct sort of like, oh, I see what's going on. And long term, this is good for AEW. This is bad for WWE. But WWE, they get the mainstream fans. Whereas, like, pro wrestling, is it as popular? Will AEW become the new, like, Attitude Era? We'll have to wait and see. It's very interesting times, man.
It is, and you're right. The best way to see, right, is how many celebrity matches are in WrestleMania.
Yes. Where
they're relying on mainstream names. And AEW is clearly trying to lean into their pro wrestling stars.
Yeah.
The established stars as it is. And one thing I also want to say, like, and as I mentioned earlier, AEW is transitioning into a new era. Like, the first era of AEW is clearly a lot of influences of the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, the Elite. But now, I think Tony Khan did the smart thing where they kind of let the Young Bucks have their own universe, but it's not the thing that decides the entire show.
No. And well, that's to their benefit right now, because it's a proper solid wrestling show now.
Yeah,
which is
so
great.
Even if the Young Bucks like pisses you off, it's just one segment.
Exactly. There's so many more. Well, technically there were two because, like I said, that whole style of wrestling, you saw it in the Hangman Adam Page Adam Cole match as well. And I mean, like, Adam Page also part of the Elite, or they're friends with them. What? Adam Cole also all friends with them. So they have that style, that quote unquote indie, like, kick out of every finisher style of bullshit.
I think, I believe Hangman, as he grows older, because people forget he's only in his early 30s, I hope he adopts more of a main event style.
Well, he needs to work with main event stars. That's the thing. Like, get him in there with your CM Punks and your Moxleys and Daniel Bryanson. Brian Danielson.
Even give him Jericho, bro. Just give him stars that you know are like proper, legitimate.
Yeah, that he can learn from. I'm sorry to say, as much as we all love Adam Cole Bay, like this incarnation of him is he's just having fun. He's not, to me doesn't scream main event. He's not Undisputed Era, he's probably going to just fade into the background after this.
The worst part is he has all the tools that help him become successful in WWE, in NXT. Like he has his V-Dragon faction with him. You know what I mean? Like he has no reason not to succeed. But like you're right. Maybe in this environment he's more relaxed. Yeah. Maybe not as driven.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you're there with your friends. Okay lah, shake leg lah. Like relax a bit, masa. Yeah. Play video games on Twitch, whatnot. Hey, I get it. Maybe this is not his main focus. He was just put in that main event spot because they wanted to put Hangman over. So okay lah, that's great.
And maybe he's even actually earning more money from his Twitch. He doesn't really care anymore.
Maybe that could be it. Okay, so let's pivot right now. We talked about all this excess talent that they have, and now that Tony Khan has bought over Ring of Honor. Interesting thing too, because I was kind of reading about it as well, right? A lot of the talents were released already. So what could very well happen is all your Luthers and Serpenticos and Wingmen and Anthony Ogogo, maybe all of them are going to go into ROH. So they, you know what I mean? So ROH could very well be their NXT.
Bro, maybe the Jay Lethal can debut in AEW only to become ROH again.
JY, ROH. I see it more like they're developmental but developmental with some kind of a TV deal maybe.
Yeah, NXT 2.0 in the session.
Yeah, with the stars or the guys and gals that might not be ready for the main TV, Dynamite and Rampage. So that's my take on it. Like, I don't know what the contract status is with people like the Briscoes and some of the other big names from ROH. My assumption here is that they are not part of this. So by them buying ROH doesn't mean we are going to get the Briscoes on AEW.
Not yet. I think they bought ROH in terms of the name, the brand, the intellectual property
library.
Because like you said, they release everyone, right? So now they made a huge announcement on AEW Revolution that Isaiah or Swerve Strickland.
Oh yeah. No, what's his first name?
Shane, right? Shane Strickland, right?
I like Isaiah better but okay, Shane Swerve Strickland.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, he's Triple S, bro. He's gonna be called Triple S.
Oh yeah, I Swerve lah. Call him Swerve.
Yeah.
Triple S. He before this announcement, he was actually scheduled to be part of ROH's comeback show in April.
Okay.
Like their Era of Honor Supercard. So I thought he was signed to ROH. So but then technically now he's signed to AEW lah. So I think he might come on, like he was paraded to the crowd, but I think he's gonna be like one of like the leading names in the new ROH.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I don't think he will come out to the AEW roster because where is he gonna go?
Right. Next brings up a good point. They already have that in Elevation and Dark. Well, what if you want to connect it to like WWE, right? Elevation and Dark is like main event and
205 Live.
205 Live, which is no longer around lah. So it's going to be there. It's going to be there for the folks who are like maybe ready for AEW. But I feel like, yes, Ring of Honor with their brand and everything, I'm sure they're going to do a rebranding, will be their developmental.
If people actually sit through Dark Elevation like we did last year, it's essentially 10 squash matches.
Yeah, exactly. Like just matches to put on content. And
it's tryout matches even.
Yeah. So with ROH, it will be more like an NXT where they will develop talent and stuff like that who are much younger, who are not ready. It's a perfect place for someone like Dante Martin.
Yeah, it's exciting times lah for sure. And of course, you know what this means? AEW is never gonna get bloated anymore.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah, exactly. They can trim off some of the fat, put it all on ROH, give them time to marinate and get better. We'll see. Like, I wonder if RH will have a TV deal, or will they be like a network exclusive or Fight TV exclusive sort of thing.
So they were bought off from Sinclair. So Sinclair is no longer the owners, right? That means they lost their Sinclair broadcasting deal as well, essentially.
I guess. So yeah, I mean, but with Tony Khan, he has the connections with the whole TBS, TNT, that whole family of networks. So he could very easily get RH some sort of a TV deal as well.
Bro, the biggest rumor, right, I heard, right, because of their connection association with Warner Media, they might be able to get AEW adopted on a streaming service, and their streaming service is HBO Max.
Oh shit. That would be huge.
HBO Max has officially announced that they want to try to acquire more live sports content.
Yeah. Bro, so it would be like a Peacock acquiring WWE lah.
Can you imagine we can watch AEW on our HBO Go?
Well, that one is a different deal altogether. Because all right, we'll be back next week. There's always going to be more pro wrestling to talk about. Plus, we are moving closer and closer to WrestleMania. Also, next week, hey, I'll give you my review of WWE 2K22. Have you pre-ordered it, by the way, bro?
Bro, of course I've pre-ordered it. The question is, how are both of us going to get on this stream and do our GM mode? That's the question.
Wow, we'll have to see. What's going to happen is we have to go and play it first. Then we can figure out how it works. Because right now, we don't really know how the game works. But I will be streaming WWE 2K22 on my Twitch stream. Mister Young 98, right? Go follow me there. Thank you very much. Cheap plug. I'll be playing Elden Ring and Gran Turismo 7 tonight. But yes, tomorrow, when it's released, it's actually okay because I bought the freaking. Oh my god, bro! I bought the NWO for Life edition.
Isn't that the most expensive, bro?
Bro, I mean, it's kind of expected of me, right? I'm a gamer. I love pro wrestling. If I don't buy the most premium edition, am I really a fan?
I thought you have bought just the Undertaker one. Isn't that a separate thing?
Yeah. So it's like different tiers. It's like our Patreon, right? So got different tiers. So now I got the NWO, which is like $164. Oh my god! I swear,
oh my god,
guys, you will hear a very objective review, okay? Because if it sucks, I will be very upset because it's fucking expensive.
Okay, bro, you get the NWO one. I'm gonna buy myself the Undertaker one.
Okay,
then we compare.
Right. I mean, it's just skins at the end of the day. You get different skins, that kind of thing. But if you got the pre-order, you actually if you got some of the special packages, I think the Undertaker one and the NW one, you actually get it earlier. So midnight on Tuesday is when it drops. But if you got the standard edition, then it drops on Friday.
Will it be better, bro, if you download it online from your PS4 or PS5 or get the actual physical copy so you can actually see the things?
Oh, no need lah. Well, I'll just get the digital one.
Because if I'm going to pay for the additional amount, I want to get some sort of figurine or memorabilia or some shit like that.
No, I don't even think they have the collector's edition. I haven't heard anything about it.
Okay, fair enough.
It's just the digital collector's edition, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, we'll figure out the logistics of how we're gonna stream it here on the podcast. But in the meantime, bro, go enjoy the game. Tell me your very, very early and honest reviews outside of the podcast.
For sure. Like I said, tomorrow, that's when I'll be playing the game on my Twitch account. Okay, let's get the heck out of here. Absolutely love the fact that you're here with us on a Monday afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and it's Mr. Young.
And it's Foreign in the building. Take care.
Kick to the gut. I like it.